everyone, this is Steph for Stage Fright, and today we're here with Panic at the Disco. Hi guys.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
Great. Really good.
Yeah, so you're touring since a few weeks, right? How long have you been touring? How long have you been touring?
Well, let's see. This time it's only been 2 weeks about.
Yeah, we've been in Europe for about 2 weeks, and then before that we were doing the US tour, which was about, I don't know, a month and a half.
But you're going to be touring in the US again, right, in the fall?
Yep.
But you're like going in different cities that the one you've been before.
Yeah.
So you're just to let everyone have the chance to see you, of course.
Yeah.
So and how is it going? How do you feel being on stage? I mean, it's been a long time since you were like touring and playing live. So how do you feel about that?
It's awesome. We missed it a lot, so it feels really good to be on the road. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels really natural too. We've been playing with Ian and Dallin for, I guess, 2.5 years now. And so now it's gotten to this point where it just feels totally normal, and I think now we're even just kind of, you know, getting better and better and kind of improving the live show. It's fun to do the new songs always.
So are you that kind of band that feels like home when they're touring, or you know, you're rather like, you know, just do short part of tours and then go back home, or would just tour forever?
It's hard being away from home for a really long time, so we do love being home, but yeah, tour is kind of just a second home. It's kind of like a summer camp. That's how we describe it. You know, you go out to festivals and you just play in different cities, and it's like you're just traveling. It's really nice. It's just,
especially when, like we were talking before, especially when you have the chance to see cities while you tour. It's not something that you can always do, right? Some cities you just play and just go away. So sometimes when you have the chance to stop, it's better.
Yeah. Really.
So your new work is called Vices and Virtues. What inspired you in choosing this title?
Well, it came to us like after all the lyrics were written, and we were looking through just some of the themes of the songs, like trying to figure out, well, how can we tie this all together? Because there was no concept when we were writing each song. So when we started looking through it, we just realized, yeah, well, maybe this could work. You know, we noticed like a couple little things, and we, you know, just looked it up on the internet of just different lists of vices and virtues and stuff. And so we thought that kind of had a nice ring to it. We're like, oh, that sounds kind of cool.
Okay.
So that was really it.
So what would you say are your vices and virtues?
Staying out too late is a vice.
It's vice, and I eat a lot of granola, and that's just a good virtue. It's healthy for your body.
Yeah, it's healthy, it's for sure. So you always say that you like the fact your music is hard to categorize, but it's for sure influenced by a lot of different genres. What would you say are the artists that inspire you the most?
It's always tough.
If you have to name a few, not all of them, of course.
Yeah. Well, this time around, it was actually some newer bands, like Arcade Fire, which is, you know, relatively new, but their new record, The Suburbs, was kind of an inspiration for this record. Paul Simon is definitely one for us. Peter Gabriel, The Who, Beatles. You know, it's kind of all around. You know, different stuff. Yeah.
And if you could choose one person to collaborate, maybe do, you know, an album with, who would you pick up? One, just one, each.
Elvis Costello.
Okay. Oh, I love him.
Yeah, that's tough. I would. Yeah. I'd say.
The first one that comes to your mind.
First one, Paul McCartney.
Okay. Oh, awesome. I would totally buy the album of Panic at the Disco and Paul McCartney. I would just be the first in line to buy it.
Awesome.
So I read that.
I don't think we got
Okay.
I would steal it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there are some that you just want to have them in your, you know, libraries for the collection. That would be one of them.
Sure.
Yeah. Together with the Queen discography and all this stuff.
Oh, good.
So I read that before releasing this album, you recorded this one with Butch Walker, right? And you recorded another one before with John Feldman in California, right?
Yeah. Well, it was the same record. We just did different songs with them. Yeah.
And why did you decided to not use the song you recorded before? What?
Well, no, it wasn't that we didn't. You know, you have to kind of like pick your favorites at a certain point. You know, you write so many songs, and that's like one of the harder parts of the process. You have to look at them. These are like your children that you've created, and you're like, okay, what are my favorite kids that I have to put in this pile right now? Okay. And so you know, out of like 20 songs, I'd say we picked you know, 11 of our favorites and put them on the record.
And will people ever be able to hear the one that you did not choose?
Well, we put a few of the B-sides on a bonus release of the record. And yeah, so some of them have gotten out, like 6 extra tracks I think have gotten out there, which is always fun. We haven't really done that in the past because we would just write 11 songs and we didn't have a lot to work with. So yeah, this time around it was a little different. It was good.
Okay. So, Vices and Virtues is the result of a long and hard process you've been through. What made this album worth to come out and be your public statement to the people for all that happened while you were away from the scene? Like, what does it represent for you?
Well, it represents us. This record definitely does. We hope that every record we do kind of represents us in a way. But yeah, you know, it's, I guess for us when we're writing, it's all about the song, and you know, it changes from song to song, obviously, what you're talking about. So, just trying to focus on the central idea and figuring out, you know, for us the most exciting and fun way to present it to people is always, you know, a
And
challenge.
how is the creation process for you? Like, who do you write the lyrics? Who writes the music? How do you get together and have the final result?
You know, sometimes lyrics start from a joke. A lot of times, you know, like an inside joke you'll have with your friends or something, and then you'll think about the lyric. Like, I think the best example is, you know, Paul McCartney. Again, he, you know, when he was writing Yesterday, he was singing scrambled eggs instead of Yesterday. And I always thought that that was really cool. And so, you know, it seems like, you know, you kind of let loose a little bit when you're joking around, and so stuff is flowing a little bit easier. So that, you know, lyrically that makes it a little more fun. Everybody can, you know, kind of join in that, and it helps out a lot with the work. And musically, I don't know, it differs. It's just various ways of trying to do a different sound, and sometimes it just hits you in the moment. You can't really prepare for it, you know, just like inspiring at a moment. You just let
the music flow in your mind and just come out. Okay.
Yeah.
So in the video, Ready to Go, you seem to recall some famous musicals, and your whole work has always like had some elements that reminded of circus and cinema. Do you think that being from Vegas, which is known as the show city, has influenced you in that?
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell because I guess, you know, in some ways we always just thought that that's just naturally what we wanted to, what we were attracted to doing. But I guess maybe that was just being around that. I can't say that we really actually went to many of those shows growing up. It was sort of like the tourist area of the town, so you know that's not really where. But at the same time, you know, I guess just being around it maybe subconsciously had something. Are
you a musical fan?
Sure, love musicals.
What is your favorite one?
Oh, that's tough. Sound of Music is my favorite musical of all time.
Have you seen the sing-along version of the movie?
No.
Oh my god, it's awesome. I've just been to see
the sing-along version?
Yeah, I just been to see the Grease sing-along version at the cinema. We have the movie going and the lyrics and all the public in the theater was like dressed up and singing along.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they do the Rocky Horror Picture Show and the Sound of Music.
I almost went to that, the Rocky Horror, where everybody does the time warp dance, and then it's awesome.
And they have the Sound of Music too. So
that sounds great.
You
we have to go.
If you're
we'll do
a fan.
All right.
So now I have a couple of questions that your fans sent to me for you.
Great.
I have no responsibilities on these questions.
It's all good.
Okay, so Simone is asking. She has 2 questions, one more serious and the other one a little bit less. The first one is, in a few occasions I heard Brendon briefly singing with a screamo style. Has he ever considered using it for a whole song or a whole album?
Of what song? I'm sorry.
She heard you singing with a screamo style. Like,
oh, screamo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yelling sometimes is cathartic. It's very therapeutic sometimes. So I don't know. It's just fun to do.
Okay.
I don't know if we'd ever put out a screamo record per se.
Really your style of
yeah,
singing.
it's fun. I mean, you know, we both kind of listened to a few hardcore bands. Like Every Time I Die was like a really cool band that we were big fans of, and you know, there's harder music that we like, but I don't know. I don't think we can do it as well as those people, so we'll stick to what we do.
Okay. And her other question is, I know that during a show in Milwaukee you did a striptease. Was it something planned or a crazy idea of the moment?
It was in the moment, definitely. I did not plan it. I think something happened on stage where our power got cut out for like 3-4 minutes of silence. So when stuff like that happens, you know, you're like, well, just the way that the night was going. It was the last show of the tour. I was like, you know what, this is it. I don't care. I'm hot. I want to get out of these clothes. It was like almost symbolic of just, this is done. We're done with this tour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mike is asking, what are your plans for the near future and the far future? Like, how do you see yourself in the far future?
Well, near future, we are going to be touring, and in the far future, time and space will merge into one, and we will transcend them both. And I don't know.
Yeah. Be an alternate reality. I mean, I don't know. I'm just counting down the days until December
21st,
2012. I mean, then it's all over. I mean,
Okay,
you know that.
Yeah, sure.
So
yeah,
we're
just going to have a huge party and
just gonna party until then.
Yeah,
end of the world party. Yeah.
Yeah, get drunk, get stoned, and just celebrate.
Done.
Spend all your money.
Okay. So the last question is from Paul. He wants to know if the exclamation mark in your name has a specific meaning.
Well, I think actually, you know, it is interesting that it didn't actually start in the name. You know, when we put it up originally, when the band was just putting up demos online before we even got signed or anything, it was really never meant to stay in the name. And it was the fans that heard that music and passed it along to their friends, and they just thought that we had deliberately done that. And so it kind of just stuck, just from friends telling everybody else that was the way that you spelled the name. So kind of a cool little thing.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool, you know, it's different, something that people remember you for, this exclamation point. I mean,
if they remember us for anything, it better be that goddamn exclamation.
Perfect. Okay. Sorry. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
Sorry, yeah, when I start laughing, it's hard to stop. Sorry.
It's all good.
So thank you very much for having this little time with us today.
Thank you.
It's really a pleasure to meet you, and I'm looking forward to see your show tonight.
Thank you.
And say hi to our followers. Bye, guys.
Hello, followers.
Bye.
Keep following.
Have a great day. Enjoy your pizza.
Yeah.